There's a place where we can go tonight. The rhythm will make it right, where everyone is happy and the sun will shine all night. Good time, let everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time, let everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor. So when the world feels dark and friends seem hard to find, you know how to light a spark, just to let your worries unwind. When you're down, there's just one way to go. Let us ascend tonight. Everyone could be so happy and the sun will shine all night. Have a good time, let everybody sing. Why don't you let yourself slip out of control? We could have a good time, let everybody sing. Get your feet up on the floor.
Hello, hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm coming to y'all a year older, a year and a couple of days. Y'all, I gotta tell y'all the funniest story, but let me say hi to who's here early. Who got here early? Nightmare. Hey, Angie Brooks, Melanie, super catchy. It is. Thank you. It's like an 80s song. Hey, Texas, Sandy. How's everybody? Melanie, uh, Clueless, I'm sorry whatever plans you had fell through, but that's no fun. As an introvert, though, sometimes my plans fall through and I'm like, that's fine. Last night was so much fun, though. Hey, judge and jury, because I don't go out. Like, last night was the first birthday party that I've had that somebody gave me. Like, hey, let's do this. They picked me up. They bought my drinks. They bought my food. One lady gave me some Pride socks. And and we had live music, and then they picked me up, and it was just like, I'm not complaining. I mean, I had I had birthday parties as a kid and everything. It's not like I never had a birthday party. And when I turned 50, I had a party, but I got so drunk and I was on hydrocodone or Percocet or whatever they're called at the time, and I don't remember anything. Um, hey, okay, Melanie. Hey, moi. And so I was like, I didn't even really think about. I've never had somebody give me a party until I was sitting there, and I've got like little clips, videos that I may make into a little video. I might make it just for the ladies and my Facebook friends, but I may make it and share it with you guys. It won't have anybody's name on it. Hey, Jen. I don't want my friends to be pulled into YouTube or anything. That would just be um Philly D, what you making for lunch? It's like it's 10 o'clock, right? So might be 11 where you are. Um and then like I brought a half a cake home, a half a cake. And if you're a member, you saw posted some pictures in the last night while I was there. Maybe when I got home, I can't remember. I had a couple drinks, but I remember everything. Um, yeah, clueless. I mean, I was surprised. Hey, Angela. So, this is the weirdest thing. So, a couple of days ago, actually on my birthday, I went to Lowe's. So it was we'll just say it was yesterday because we're gonna go to a conversation from last night. So I went to Lowe's the other day and I'm talking to this lady in the aisle, and she's got a dog. So all it takes is somebody having a dog, and you just have to know me. You have to be around me in real life. And so she had a dog in her cart, and I was like, "Well, can I touch? Does it bite?" "Oh, no, he doesn't have any teeth at all." And so we're talking, and she's being helped by the one guy in the whole store probably that was helping people. And so I'm patiently waiting because I need help, with something. And so last night, my friend, the one who bought my cake, she said, "Well, some people backed out because they weren't feeling well, and we've got 3 more coming, and so one of the, people is my cousin, and you met him, right?" And I say, "Yeah, yeah, he's moving here from California." And so, he actually was at my house one day because this friend's daughter is my friend, and she had brought me, come over to get some, elephant ears that I had dug up for her out of mine, and so they came by, and he was with her. And so she said, "Well, he's coming with a friend." And so this couple comes in and, I'm I'm like, "Hey, I remember you were actually at my house and we were chatting and everything." And this woman like, "You look familiar." And I said, "Really?" And she goes, "Yeah, were you at Lowe's yesterday?" And I'm like, "No, today." I don't know, for some reason I thought I had been yesterday, but it was actually on my birthday. I had been to Lowe's. "Were you in the plumbing department?" I said, "Yeah, but it was today. It was today." And then she goes, "Yes, it was you." And I said, "You have a dog." So the whole thing was this woman was here from California visiting with this guy who was her husband, and now they're seeing each other, but he's brought another woman from California here. So, drama, there's always drama. And this woman and I met the day before at Lowe's. That is just weird to me. What are the odds of something like that happening? What are the odds? 5:10 p.m.? I just thought it was just, I mean, maybe you had to be there. And also, if SA comes in or she's here, we got a little dog toy for my birthday from SA. It's for well, Rusty's my only dog that plays with toys, so once I showed y'all it, he will get it. He's excited. He's looking at me. "You want this, Hedge?" It's got, "Hey, SA gave me this. See? All you had to do was say your name 3 times." I think it's gonna be Rusty's best friend now. Maybe he'll follow this little guy around the house instead of me. I mean, I love it when he follows me, but I'm like, "Can I please just go to the bathroom by myself?" Yes, and she also got me these grow lights, and she said I was growing my own. Well, really, what they're for is, I can't get enough sun in my house for my plants, and all my outdoor plants are in the house, and, they just don't do well. And so I'm trying lights this year. So, SA got me some, and I ordered another set of 'em, some bigger ones. Thank you, SA, for that. That's so nice. Yes, I appreciate that. That is just super fantastic. And let me see because I had to make a new sound. My Golden Girls thing, they won't let me play that. It's copyright. So if I play that anymore, then it doesn't hurt my channel. It just means that I'm demonetized and for that video, and it's not a lot of money, but if I'm going to be playing it a lot, I don't want it in all my videos when I go live. So, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, SA. And I'll be making some more. I just did that real quick this morning. I had like 1 minute to, oh, thank you, Phil D. Yes, I took a selfie, and then there's a video on my phone, unless I forgot to hit video start, of the guy, the singer, singing "Happy Birthday" to me and another person in there, but I haven't actually found that clip yet. But there's one of me getting my cake, and in a couple of years ago, nobody would want me to blow on that cake. There were 3 candles, and I blew them out and got my germs all over that cake, and people still ate cake. I wanted it to all be mine. Like, "This is my cake. You can't have any. I spit on it." Ah, I had a blast. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And so, and then my friend that couldn't come, because that's how I met all these people through her, and she had other plans already. And so she's taking me to lunch at some point, which we do that. We take each other to lunch for our birthdays. Uh, 3 hedgehog doggy toys, chicken feet. Wow, that's crazy. Uh, oh, you do burnt popcorn? I think people do. Oh, Pub's in here. Are you gonna be nice today, Pub? Angie says she hated me in another chat. Okay. Um, that's okay. Yeah, thank you, SA. That's sweet. Mods, yeah, mods can delete that troll if I have any mods. Nightmare's a mod. Uh, well, the video, well, I mean, I can't play those here. Um, are you talking about Angela Clips and Giggles? Beer cheese soup. Oh, oh, well, last night I had, this is not a very large menu place at all. It's more about the drinks and stuff. I had Mediterranean flatbread, and I wish I'd brought. There was about this much. It's like about that big. There was a couple pieces left, and I didn't bring them. Thanks, Nightmare. Yeah, Angela, Pub is saying that were talking bad about me somewhere. I'm just like, okay. People love to do that. Like, oh, you were being talked about. Well, okay. Um, people can talk about me. I can't stop it. But I do really doubt that Angela's Clips and Giggles was being mean to me or about me. I don't think she's somebody who would do that to Barb. But anyway, guys, so what else what was I gonna tell you guys? Don't y'all think that's weird? That yeah, prove it, Pub. That that woman and I crossed paths like that. And then my friend was talking about when her daughter got married. Um, her daughter doesn't live here, but I know her too. And she said when her daughter got married, her um who was the lady? I guess it was the lady. Oh, I guess it was the mother of the groom was at Dillard's, and this other person with the I don't know, from the wedding was like, well, we don't know him. I hope he's a good guy and la la la. And and so the relative, this woman's relative was standing there. Well, he really, our mother. It was somebody talking bad about the guy, and his mother was standing there too. I think they were buying shoes or something, and she was like, "Well, he's my son, and he is a really good guy, and he is." So you know how people are. Hey, Mel Mel, I'm doing your nails, or he meant Angie Brooks. Hey, Gary, thanks for being here. Thanks everybody for being here. Now, y'all may wonder what we're gonna flush today. What are we going to flush? Because, Krama, it's been going on around here and people are talking, firing up live streams and talking about each other. I don't know if we're gonna do that today. We're not gonna do that right now. You know why? 'Cause I don't want to. I'll talk about what I want to, and I don't care what some of these I don't know what you want to call them, what these people say. Like, you don't have any influence on my life other than to just be a pest, You're just pesty. So we're not gonna I'm not at the point right now where I want to um I'm not angry. I'm not angry enough to blast things out. Y- keep pushing, and keep pushing, and you'll see, and you'll see. But at the moment, hey, Unfiltered Spaces, and so I can't say that I wasn't cheering some people who were really going at it yesterday and saying a lot of things that I feel and think and everything. It's just that I'm not, me. I really try to find humor in things, and I don't want people to feel anxious and bad. I want people to feel good, and despite what they say and what they criticize me for and say I'm this and that. That's not gonna affect me in my what I'm doing. And so um yeah, don't worry about it. I think it's just a troll. So just just keep pushing and prodding and lying, especially the lying. Keep on. And yeah, you never know what I'm going to come up with. So just think on that. Just think on that. And if you're here for that, um yeah, me too, Gary. If you're here for a bunch of drama and me talking about somebody in particular or anybody in particular, if you're here to um hear me go off on some people or we're not doing that today. So bye. Um l- let me what we are going to do today is we're going to look at a couple of things. Did you know did you know that when you y'all are gonna be like, "What? What is this? What do they call me, that lady over there? That lady?" Well, I'm a lady. I just clicked the wrong button, though. I am a lady. Oh, and they love it when I sing too, so let's sing. Let's give them something to talk about. A little mystery to figure out. Did you know that when you flush your toilet, that horrible dirty bacteria and stuff, I know that when you flush, it goes down, but there's still residual left in that bowl, and so when you flush, all this, little particles come up, and I had this girlfriend one time who was, you did know that? So I had this girlfriend who anyway, she was at my house. She stayed with me on, like, weekends. We dated, and, we are flushing turds, we're just not, we're just not going to, there we go. I think we just got rid of pub. No, we can here's the thing I want y'all to do. I don't know, I just thought about this when I was getting ready this morning. What if we don't like somebody on YouTube and we just, like, in our minds, throw them in the toilet and I mean, throw them in there with all your poop or something if you want to. Pee on them. Throw them in there and then pee on them, and just flush it and be done with them, and they're gone. It's kinda like when you, block somebody or if you especially if you block them in chat, you can't see them in chat, you can't see them in other people's chats, you won't see them anywhere. So, you can do that, we can flush some turds. But what I wanted to talk about, yes, poo particles. And so this girlfriend was like, "Oh," she was freaking out. We were both in the bathroom. She was freaking out. "You gotta shut the lid. You gotta shut the lid. You got." I was like, "What? I've never shut the lid when I flush the toilet." Well, and what am I doing this morning? I'm looking to see what's in the news. Well, and Brittany Griner is now coming home from Russia. People are mad. Some people are mad because they think that she should have known better than to carry marijuana into, Russia, where she was going to play basketball. That's how women in sports make money because you can't make money playing WNBA. You can't make enough money playing WNBA to make a living. So these women go to other, um she wasn't watching me poop, Mel. I know, I just changed the story. No, remind me to get back to that. We'll get right back to that. Okay, we'll get back to that because I forgot what I was talking about. Anyway, she was freaking out because uh I think I peed, but I don't poop in front of other people. Mel. But anyway, I can't go in like I cannot stand a public restroom now because well, I never really liked them. But when you have to push that thing with your foot and there's no lid. And all that stuff is just flowing up, flowing up. I don't know. I forgot what I was talking about. Hey, Sweet and Sleuthy. She did. Oh yeah, Brittany. So people are mad because uh well, they exchanged some prisoner for her, and there's some other guy that's been over there in Russia longer. But they were sending her to prison camp for bringing marijuana, the cartridges in. And so, yes, she should not break the rules. I don't think she'll ever do that again. But why would you? You don't deserve prison camp for some marijuana. And there's a lot of people in prisons in the U.S. Are there because of marijuana charges. So it's controversial. I'm glad she's back. I wish they could get everybody back that's been a prisoner of another country like that. So you didn't know this or you don't do this. Yeah, and her wife, Brittany's got a temper. She's very masculine. People make fun of her, taunt her, do all these things to her, but she's a person just like we are, y'all. I mean, you don't make your mannerisms and your body size and you know, we don't create ourselves. I mean, you can't create your physical attributes. And so you can overeat and get fat, right? You can exercise and do things and look better, but you can't change your height or your mannerisms or, how your voice sounds. And she's very masculine, and so some people don't like her. But what if she was some cute one of the more feminine cute players for the NBA had done the same thing? How would people feel about that? So they love basketball. Yeah, I was so glad to see that this morning. That's when I found out. The rules are weird. Yes. And I can understand wanting to take your marijuana because people use marijuana because of the properties of the all the what are they called? Cannabinoids. And so a lot of states it's legal now. It's now legal in Missouri, but hasn't started yet. They haven't got it all in place yet. Medical's legal where I am, and I've told y'all I have my card. I can legally buy and use marijuana. So yeah, she is really aggressive, Angie Brooks. And I remember when she played for Baylor, and which is odd. I mean, Mulkey's a really good coach, and but at Baylor it's a private school, and so they had certain rules and stuff that didn't necessarily fit with her real well. But that's one of the headlines we were going to talk about today, and I'm happy that they traded a Russian arms dealer. She does. She has rheumatoid arthritis, and when you're an athlete, I guess it's legal to use while you're with the WNBA. I don't know. A lot of sports you can't use marijuana. Um, but yeah, I'm glad anytime anybody's safe. You don't want somebody in a Russian prison. Um, so yeah, let's watch this little video real quick here and see what we got.
We are using lasers to look at what is ejected out of a commercial toilet when it's flushed.
Now you heard him. That's a commercial toilet. They're going to be a lot more, more powerful. I guess they have a stronger oomph to their flush. And so you're going to get a lot more in a public. And here you are going in a public restroom. There's no lids. It's being flushed constantly. People are flushing it in the stall next to you, and all that stuff's flying around in there. Who's about ready to go to a public restroom never again? Me. Me.
Toilet is flushed. It emits these very small aerosolized particles, and they range from, as small as tenths of microns up to potentially as large as almost a millimeter. The very large particles fall out quickly. The smaller.
Kim, burnt popcorn. I flew to Detroit one time. It was all for work, and I hid, some marijuana cigarettes in some tampon, um, cardboard. And put it back in the you know, put it back in the thing. Clean. Clean, and put it back in the box or whatever I was carrying them in, and I was terrified, and I coulda got in big trouble for that, and I wouldn't do that today, but ooh, but in a room with a toilet, then stuck in an elevator with a fart, that'd be ugh. Oh, the airports are the worst. Um Close the lid before yeah, well, see, I didn't know about it. Yes, and there's your toothbrushes right there. At home, you've got your toothbrush usually right there near the toilet somewhere in the bathroom, and all that's getting and plus your toothbrush is really dirty, like, um, there's a lot of bacteria in your mouth, and your toothbrush isn't clean, and then you got the toilet stuff coming on it too. I can't flush mine without closing the toilet anymore. I just from her. And then I see that this is in the news. I'm like, "What?"
Particles remain suspended. The laser light is being shown in a thin sheet, and it just reflects off of those particles, and then our eyes or the cameras are able to pick them up and visualize them. There's obviously the ick factor, the fact that you've got the stuff from the bowl that's coming up. There's a lot of studies that have shown that pathogens persist in the bowl for dozens of flushes after the pathogens are introduced. So from a public health perspective, it's really important to understand this. We need to emphasize that, we're not epidemiologists, we're not in public health, we're engineers and physicists. Our role is to...
Angie, we're smart, aren't we, huh? You didn't get caught either? Well, I didn't, I mean, and I didn't need a whole lot. It was like a week trip, and I didn't need a whole lot because I don't like wake and bake. I don't do that. So, if I was a wake and baker, I would never get anything done. Oh, that's good, essay. Thank you for sharing that. Yep, everybody in here is either going to close those damn lids or they're going to be like, y'all are going to think about me every time y'all go to the bathroom now. Think about that. Wow. What did Barb say to do? Close the lid. But remember, you can put your people you don't like, just drop them in the toilet and then close the lid and then flush it. And that gets rid of all the. You did, Gary? Did you get caught? You did while watching Bones? Hey, 71. I didn't know.
Understand the physics of this mechanism and show that could lead to exposure of pathogens, and then work ideally with other people down the road to try and understand how to minimize the transmission. I think this will change your relationship with toilets.
So Angie, I guess I wasn't the only one who ever did that. Yeah, fiddle-dee-dee. Exactly. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but I'm sorry that Brittany got caught. And I mean, you gotta know the laws. If you're traveling to another country, you've got to know the laws of that country because um it's just a second. I guess there's a whole bunch of these videos. Is that was only like a minute or something? Let me see if this says more. Sorry, guys. It's just gross. If you don't flush your toilet, you're just getting just so much gross. It's Oh, no, I'm not looking at this that. Um yeah, you'll never go to the bathroom without thinking of me now. Yeah, you'll never think about me. Okay, I'm gonna play this again because I thought there was a longer video, but just watch it without me interrupting. We're just going to play it all the way through. It's just a minute and a half.
We are using lasers to look at what is ejected out of a commercial toilet when it's flushed. When the toilet is flushed, it emits these very small aerosolized particles, and they range from, as small as tenths of microns up to potentially as large as almost a millimeter. The very large particles fall out quickly. The smaller particles remain suspended. The laser light is being shown in a thin sheet, and it just reflects off of those particles, and then our eyes or the cameras are able to pick them up and visualize them. There's obviously the ick factor, the fact that you've got the stuff from the bowl that's coming up. There's a lot of studies that have shown that pathogens persist in the bowl for dozens of flushes after the pathogens are introduced. So from a public health perspective, it's really important to understand this. We need to emphasize that, we're not epidemiologists, we're not in public health, we're engineers and physicists. Our role is to understand the physics of this mechanism and show that could lead to exposure of pathogens, and then work ideally with other people down the road to try and understand how to minimize the transmission. I think this will change your relationship with toilets.
Thank you, University of Colorado at Boulder. You have just changed people's relationships with toilets. Now, you will recall, I don't know, maybe this is just coincidental, but remember when I replaced all the parts in my toilet and I was so excited and I did it all by myself and everything? Well, then there was a leak. So that's why I had to go to Lowe's. And then I'm having trouble. And I had to undo a lot of stuff because I had to take the tank off and this stuff. And so I ended up with a new leak, a different leak. Maybe I messed up the part, so I'm debating what I'm gonna do about it, because I was successful, and it's been a couple of months ago I did that. But there was this leak, and now I've got a different leak. So maybe it was just weird timing, but this came up today, and that's why I was at Lowe's on my birthday. Um, I don't know, Mel. I'm sorry. I'm not here to trigger people, right? I'm here to make your life better. And really, I didn't mean to trigger you, but what if I could save you from getting the flu or some gross bacterial infection or something? Just think of me like that. Hey, Tattoos, I saw you were here. Welcome. And yeah, I'm flushing out a topic. Well, people think that they can poke you and you'll just pop back. I'm not gonna go back and forth. Not right now. I may next week, but not today. I'm too happy to deal with that stuff. Go in the bush. The salad dressing closed. A lot of military members really were not concerned with Grinder's release. I wonder if she still is against. Yeah, Daisy Duke. See, she's a controversial figure, right? Because she did there were some um, things she did with the national anthem, and so there's a lot of politics involved with her. There, there are people who call her names, and she's married to a woman, but they, call her call her tranny and all these. People are just really cruel, and yes, there's a divide in who thinks it's okay to take a knee during the national anthem and who thinks it's not. And so, yeah, you're right, Daisy. Uh, there was all that stuff involved with her. A turd in hand is worth two in the bush. And if you don't want to flush it, bush poo poos, you're going to blame me, Tattoos? No, never blame Barb. Barb doesn't do anything wrong. Oh, they do, Daisy? Well, I don't know. I don't think she hates America, but I don't know that. I don't know her. I'm just glad that she's not in Russia anymore. And whatever else is going on with her politically, because I don't want to talk about politics. So, I'm not going to debate that. I'm just glad that she's no longer in captivity in Russia because it's a little overkill for, yes, and she broke the rules. So I hope she learned her lesson because you can't break rules like, you know, putting joints in a tampon cardboard, putting it back in the paper and putting it in my travel bag was improper, and I should have got in trouble for it, but I didn't. But I mean, what's wrong with some marijuana anyway? Hey, WV Holler Girl, welcome. We're just talking shit today. Close the lid on your toilet. Don't you ever flush that toilet without closing the lid. Adult wet wipes are a must. Pee in the shower, not sure of the poop though. She was like, like the one of the I think she might was she the first woman who dunked in the NCAA? Because she's not almost 7 feet tall. Was she tearing up the flag? Man, I didn't mean to say talking shit. That's weird. Yeah, Daisy, appreciate you sharing that. Yeah, I don't wish well, I don't wish prison on anybody except people who do really bad things, and I don't believe that marijuana deserves to be in prison. Now, I guess if you're like a big time dealer or something, yeah, that would involve a lot, but possession, and they're trying to get that where and see once the federal government if the federal government would uh, take off the all the restrictions for marijuana, then the states wouldn't have to worry about anything else. Hey, Heather Leanne, 6'9", see, almost Air Force vet. That's pretty tall for a woman, y'all. Um, so yeah, we got to take scatological. We got to stay good over here because Barb's good. Barb, I'm horrible. So, oh, she's good. She said she forgot hash vape oil was left in bag from her previous US travel. Well, mm, okay, SA. I mean, is it okay to carry across the US if you're not going to if is it legal to fly with marijuana if you're landing in states that it's not legal to I don't know the law on that. I need to know the law because if I travel, I'm going to want to take my medical marijuana with me because I need it for my pain and, well, it helps me with life. And why not? I can have it, it's legal. I can have it. It was sure legal to give me all those hydrocodone pills that made me feel worse about life and myself and didn't really help with the pain. So, I'm a pothead, I guess. Yeah, of course, Air Force vet. I mean, it's political. But see, the thing is, I'm not going to take up for her. She should know that they haven't SA, so it's not legal to fly with it. Then, yeah, that's what they all say. Yeah, I mean, you really should follow the laws if you're going to go to another state. And I'm sure not only did this teach her, but there are probably at least dozens of athletes and others who fly to these countries and think they can get away with that stuff. Nobody wants to end up in jail over it. Yeah, yeah, there you go. That's right, 71. And it's something I don't drive under the influence either. Now, would it be in my system that I had used? Yeah, I don't know how they determine that because it's marijuana doesn't leave your system for a longer time than a lot of drugs. The half-life on it's really long. And the more fat you have on your body, the more it's stored in your body. So you could test positive for it, but not be high. And so, just like Anne Hayes yesterday, it was reported that she didn't have that she had cocaine and marijuana in her system from previous uses, but she wasn't high. I guess it wasn't a high enough level to cause her to drive like she did and go 80 miles an hour and run into a house and die from smoke inhalation. So, you know, but they can tell how much you have on you. they haven't lifted the ban, so it's just I guess it's not, oh, yeah, Gary. You can't take it to states that don't have it, right. So, I don't know what I guess I better drive my car if I go anywhere. Yeah, Big Pharma doesn't care, that's exactly right. Yeah, they gave me, uh I was on 3 high doses of, opiates for years, and in the middle of a depression, and, here they are, "Well, let's help you get over this depression, let's put this pill on top of that," you know? I I don't know. You love your gummy? Uh, I wonder if you could get away with gummies, though, because she had vape cartridges, and vape cartridges, I mean, I have some, they're just little, screw them into a pin or whatever you have the battery to, and they're cup inch and a half long or so, and, I mean, I don't know, I guess they're similar to regular nicotine vapes. Yeah, Daisy Duke, I mean, I don't think they would check you though for it, but, if you got caught, I don't know. Yeah, chicken feet. Hey, happy chick. How's it going? And, by the way, Hippie Chick ordered me she let me know, I guess, she let me know because I said if I didn't get it in a day or 2, I was gonna order it myself, and she let me know that she had ordered it because I wouldn't know, that she had. And so thank you for that, Hippie Chick. I'll have a new mic maybe Monday or Tuesday, and, I'll stop the mute issue, I hope. Thank you so much for that. Uh Here, let's play our song for it. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Thank you so much. Yes, we have new music. We have, thank you. Well, West Virginia Holler Girl, I definitely I've used pot since I was 16, so, for it to be legal now for the last, like, 3 years here in Arkansas, medical, it costs me $150 a year to get my license to be able to do that. Um, and the reason for that is because the doctors here aren't allowed to my doctor is not allowed by the hospital he works for to the hospital that owns his practice now, to sign it. So I have to go to a place where I can get it signed, and I have very legitimate reasons for it. So, yeah, alcohol should be illegal and weed legal. But I'm gonna say, last night I had my first ever Moscow Mule. Oh, I loved it. I had my second one too. I loved it. I'm gonna start making those at home. I got to get me some ginger beer, I guess. Fun fact: North Korea collects all human waste for fertilizer to grow edible crops. Pocket sand. No, we're talking shit today. That's fine. We're talking shit, and we're about to go talk about sharks here in a second. I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that you're supposed to close the lid when you flush. Now, if you're a man, it's so easy. Just do it while you're putting that lid down. Just grab it while you're putting that lid down. You're supposed to be doing that anyway, so you got to do that. Yeah, the alcohol and big tobacco don't want it. That's right. Um, Arkansas is making so much money off of the medical marijuana. It's crazy. Oh, and I just found out that one of my friends last night said she knows somebody here that is one of the growers, and I was like, "Please, I would love to actually work there." They grow all the plants and everything. I wanna go learn about it. So maybe I'll hook up with them through her. I'll email her today and ask her, or text her and see if she can, you know, hook me up with them. I'd love to go take a tour and I could do it live tour with y'all or a recorded tour and then show y'all live. That would be fun cuz I want to know what it looks like in there. I want to know how they make the vapes and stuff. How they get the flower, into not how they put the flowers into the cartridge, but how they process all that. Oh my gosh, tattoos. I mean, I have been missing out. But they didn't have the cool little copper cup that those normally come in. It was in a glass, but ah, it's it's ginger beer and vodka, I think. Yes, the taxes are so much. And also you have to have cash to buy marijuana still, and it's a cash business. So, I have to, you either have to use an ATM and pay the exorbitant fees or go to your bank, which I didn't have when I first uh got here. So my bank is not. I have a Bank of America bank account that I've had for since 1982, and so there's not a location here. There's not an ATM or anything, and I didn't like paying. I don't like paying ATM fees and stuff. That's just wasted money to me. So I would have to go, but I had to use the ATM to get cash. But now I can get my cash here. But just think of trying to run a business with only cash. You can't get loans. You can't get it's it's all cash, but yet you got to pay taxes on it. You got to pay taxes on it. They deliver. I think ours delivers too. It's a lot. It's a lot. And yeah, the big liquor companies don't want that to pass because some people would, you know, and see, our thing, Air Force vet, was that when they did pass the legal medical is that you can't grow your own. And the people who started the whole thing in Arkansas to get that passed, because I know them, I got petitions signed with them. I mean, I worked with them a couple times getting petitions signed. And at the very end of all of that, this lawyer swooped in with this other proposal, and it didn't have a grow your own, and theirs did. And so, and then so the new one got passed, and they're disappointed. It's not conducive to helping the lower income people with getting their marijuana, and it costs a lot. Like I said, $150 just to get just to be able to have a license for a year for me, and that's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So, yep, it was good. SA. Damn, I wish I had one right now. A shower and a grower. Uh, Oh, your birthday's on 4/20. Wow, that's amazing. 19%. Gary spent 80,000. I don't want to sit. I spent more on cigarettes back when I smoked, but yeah. All right, so we're gonna switch gears now that we're done talking shit, because now that everybody knows you have got to close the lid when you flush, and again, put y'all in the toilet, close the lid, and say bye bye. See you later. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, now I've got something else I want to talk about. We are going to look at this. I made a short about this the other day and it did really well. This man was on a cruise and he went overboard. Thanks, Nightmare. I'm glad to help. He went overboard, literally overboard. He went overboard. Y'all probably have heard about this. You may have even seen this interview. Excuse me. Uh, all right. Now, this guy, not this guy, he's the reporter guy. This guy you can't get them to play. I've been making a bunch of shorts. I had one hit 1,900 the other day views. I had some that haven't gotten hardly any views, but it's weird. I got to figure out. How they do the algorithm on those because it's just weird. It's hit and miss. Like you do one, and it gets all these views, and then another one, 30 views. Okay, so this guy, hey Chris, he goes on this cruise. He has a few drinks. He's not admitting how much he drank, right? They're trying to get him to admit that he drank a lot. He falls overboard. He leaves the room he leaves wherever he is to go pee. Now, if you've heard of people at parties like peeing in the closet, they're just drunk. They don't know what they're doing. I know. For 24 hours, this man is out there in shark-infested waters. A fish touches some kind of swimming thing, touches him. He says he goes underwater. Like, I don't know how many people have been to the ocean and gone underwater and opened your eyes and could see because, ooh, that's going to hurt. I'm not saying he didn't do it, but, oh, how could you see under salt water? Ouch, that just hurts my eyes, but it dries your eyes out real fast. And he's out there for 24 hours, paddling and paddling and paddling, trying to stay alive. And how they found him in the dark of night, thank you to the U.S. Coast Guard. Oh, Chris, yeah, well, you might have to. We didn't talk in depth about gummies and stuff. I mean, I don't even know. Are we supposed to even talk about marijuana on YouTube? I saw a channel do a live on Barb's short. Who did? Oh, that. Yeah, they were. Yeah, some people don't always understand what I'm saying. I did a short the other day, and I used what I said in the very beginning of the short was that these women were kind of missing out on the like if you think that you're really good friends with somebody and you're straight and you and your girlfriend are really good friends, put that into a lesbian perspective and think about how close you would be. All I was saying is you're missing out on this, and they thought I was saying that they are lesbians. No. But obviously they didn't get it, Gary, so that's why they were no, I heard about it, but Lord have mercy. Swimming lessons at the beach. Yes. Did you open your eyes underwater? I have not tried Delta 8. A paddle boat made of leaves? All right, let's watch this.
Exclusive interview with the Alabama man who spent 20 hours treading water in the Gulf
hours. I'm sorry, I said 24.
of Mexico after falling from a cruise ship. He's sharing his incredible tale of survival and rescue at sea. Eva Pilgrim here with the interview. Good morning, Eva.
This was a crazy story, guys. While his skin is raw from the salt and swimming, somehow James Michael Grimes doesn't have a broken bone or even a cut. His family says it's a Thanksgiving miracle.
Because when you fall in, when you're drunk and you have a car wreck and stuff, it's something about your body being loose or something. He fell off a cruise ship, doesn't have any injuries, and treaded water for 20 hours.
He already knows has changed his life forever.
It was a Thanksgiving to remember.
James Michael Grimes knows he's lucky to be alive.
My worst fear is drowning, and that was something I did not want to have to face.
The 28-year-old going overboard a cruise ship in the middle of the night, saying he spent about 20 hours treading water alone in the Gulf of Mexico.
I wanted to see my family, and I was dead set on making it out of there. I was never accepting that this is it.
When he talks about this fish bumping his foot, I'm like, that would have been it for me. I would have probably just died right there. I mean, he said, I don't think it was a short. I don't know.
This is going to be the end of my life.
It was supposed to be a Thanksgiving celebration. James Michael and 18 of his family members boarding the Carnival Valor last Wednesday in New Orleans.
We were just hanging out, having a good time.
Yeah, even if he went to pee, but he fell overboard. Like, you can't just fall over that. But he was drunk, so who knows when you're drunk.
Watching some live music, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Did you have a few drinks?
I had during the day, and I'd actually did like an air guitar solo, and there was a competition they were doing, and I'd won it, so I'd won a free drink, so I had that. But
So he admits that he had drank during the day, and then he did this air guitar contest, and he won, and he got a drink for that. Really? You fell overboard from... Really? How did you fall overboard? I promise you that these cruise ships are not made where you can just fall overboard. They're just not. Oh, is that it? He doesn't. Oh. Well, I don't know.
But you hadn't had you weren't like inebriated, had like a ton of drinks.
no, ma'am. No.
How many drinks do you think you'd had?
I couldn't really say.
Around 11 p.m. that first night on board, James Michael told his sister he was going to the bathroom. What happened next is still unclear. Do you remember leaving and going to find the bathroom?
No, ma'am.
Do you remember falling off the boat?
No.
So you don't know how it happened?
No, ma'am. I came to regain consciousness. I was in the water with no boat in sight.
He doesn't know how it happened. You know why? Because he was in a blackout. He has to be a blackout drinker. And I'm a blackout drinker. Now, I didn't drink enough last night to be in a blackout. I remember everything from last night. But I've definitely been out and not remembered things. I mean, I know my limit. He says he couldn't float. You should please do. You can't float for a long. Yeah, you can float, and he also, yeah, making a movie about it. I bet he'll get some kind of. It'll be financially rewarding in some way, but I wouldn't trade it. I bet he wouldn't trade it either. Yeah, I would have had a hard. I just don't know, but the will to live is very strong for people, and so people can live through a lot. And they claim, you'll see in a minute, that they claim that they got to him just in time, because when they got to him, he collapsed in their arms. Well, yeah, he could finally let go, and the alcohol was long gone. And well, it's just weird. He says he ate. Oh, maybe he was playing Titanic on the front of the boat. La 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 la. I know that's bad. I'm so not sorry.
So
Yes.
you, for a while,
I would be like, do 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 do.
were passed out
Hey,
in the
Mike.
water.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. And I can't float myself, even when I'm trying to. So there had to be, the Lord was with me when I was out there, because something was holding me up the whole time while I was passed out.
The next day, when he hadn't returned to his cabin, his family alerted the ship's crew. At 2:30, more than 12 hours after James Michael was last seen, Carnival notified the Coast Guard of a missing passenger.
We did
I don't even know how they found him. Thank you, Coast Guard. Thank you, Coast Guard.
have a fairly significant search area. It was a potential of over 7,000 miles of ocean we had to search.
James Michael was alone in an area known to be a feeding ground for sharks.
I thought it was a shark. I mean, I was swimming in one direction and I looked
Oh, right there he goes. I thought it was a shark. Listen.
around and I seen it at the corner of my eye, and it came up on me really quick. And I went under and I could see it, and it wasn't a shark, I don't believe, but it had more like a flat mouth, and it came up and bumped one of my legs, and I kicked it with the other leg. It scared me, not knowing what it was.
Chicken feed, I've seen a few headlines about it. I don't know the details though. That's amazing. How? I mean, we can go look at that in a minute. We're doing I think we're gonna start doing more of these like from the headlines kind of live. The toilet thing was like new news this morning. I was looking at trending news. This rescue at sea was a few days ago, so I mean this news story came out, so but I think it's we'll try to stay away from politics. I know the Brittany Griner thing is political, but you know.
Or at the time, how big it was. All I could see was a fin.
The avid outdoorsman tried to stay positive and calm. Exhausted and hungry, he ate what he could find to maintain his energy.
A stick come floating by. Looked like bamboo. So I started eating on it.
A stick came by and I started eating on it. He's funny. He's from Alabama. I keep getting updates on the man on the beach in Australia. Finally identified, but still a mystery what happened. Oh, wow.
And it actually, I mean, I'm not going to say it tasted good, but it gave some type of flavor in my mouth other than salt water.
Was there any point while you were out there where you thought, I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this?
When it started getting back towards nighttime again, the water started getting colder. At that time, I thought, how much longer am I going to have to be out here?
Yeah, but you just kept swimming?
Yes, ma'am. The fall didn't kill me. Sea creatures didn't eat me. I felt like I was meant to get out of there.
As the sun was going down Thanksgiving night, James Michael says he spotted a glimmer of hope, the lights from a tanker ship, and decided to swim towards it.
That was my final little burst of energy. The strength that I had, I used pretty much every bit of it to try to make it to one of them.
The Coast Guard then arriving, his miraculous rescue.
He saw Dory. That's what it was, Chris. He saw Dory, and Dory was like, just keep swimming, right? Ellen DeGeneres.
Captured on camera.
When the Coast Guard got there,
Yeah.
what happened?
They circled the boat 2 or 3 times looking for me, and I'd done taken off my socks and everything and was just waving them around my head, trying to do something where they would see me. And when that light finally hit me, somehow I heard, we got him. And I seen a guy coming down from that helicopter, and it was coming towards me. Right then I thought, man, I see the light.
When the Coast Guard guy showed up in the water, what'd you say to him?
Well, the first thing I actually told him was, I don't have any clothes on. Because I didn't. I'd been stripped out of everything. He said, that's fine. All right. And I was just like, okay. And he told me to hold on to this life vessel, and I was just thinking, thank you. You're like a guardian angel coming down for me.
His rescuers believe he was seconds away from not making it.
I swam to as fast as I could. As I got to him, I shoved the rescue sling under his arms, and he collapsed into it. He had nothing left.
Isn't this guy just a picture of military? Very handsome guy. He's got the hair and the mustache. I don't know. Maybe it's because he's standing in front of the flag, but it's like an actor. Like he could be, you know what I mean? I'm naked. Right, Chris? Well, he probably was, Phil D. I mean, how could you survive? I don't know, like 20 hours out there with nothing in sight. Night into day into another night coming. I just don't even. He looks like your son, except no mullet, Mel. He does look, I mean, I guess it's the way it's all framed and everything, but he is a military guy.
James Michael says the whole experience has given him new purpose.
These were actually the pants that I'd planned on wearing on the cruise, but never got to. And I put them on this morning, and I reached in the pocket, and there was something, there's a fortune, and it says, life's a beach, enjoy the waves.
Do you think it changed you?
Yes, definitely. It opened my eyes. I take things for granted, I reckon, or a lot of people do.
Do you think you'll go on a cruise ship again?
Yeah, I will.
Really?
Yeah. I ain't gonna let it discourage me. that much. I might not get within 10 foot of the rails, but I'll definitely be open to going on another cruise because I really didn't get to go on this one.
Yeah, it was the first day. Carnival tells us they do have safety barriers in all the public areas that prevent guests from falling. As for James Michael, he told us he is thankful, very thankful to all the people that helped rescue him and that the experience has taught him the true meaning of being grateful, especially on Thanksgiving. Guys, he was planning to eat so much on this cruise ship.
Yeah.
He actually lost about 20 pounds
sure.
while the swimming in that 20 almost hours that he was treading water.
You know, I've always said with the air solo guitar, yeah, they enhance the safety standards at those competitions.
You said he was laughing through a lot of this.
He is a very good sport about it. He sees some of the funny parts of it. He was definitely scared, and he is very grateful.
Absolutely.
Wow, what an interview, Eva.
Gave us a couple laughs too.
Sure.
And he has a sense of humor, and that's missing in some people. I believe some people don't have a sense of humor. They can't laugh at anything. They have to be so uptight about everything. I mean,
That was something.
humor. I'm just like wondering how people get through life without having a sense of humor, right? I couldn't. I have to laugh at myself and what others say and do. Because otherwise you're just like allowing people to tear you apart and stuff on YouTube. So anyway, what else do we want to talk about today? Enjoy the waves. You'd be dead without what? What would you be dead without? Anybody have anything you want to say? Want to ask me? Want to talk about? Because otherwise, I don't think I have anything else to talk about today. Humor. Yes, a sense of humor. Yes, I mean, it's I don't know. It's just hard for me to sit sometimes and listen to people just being so nitpicky about everything and not having any kind of sense of humor that maybe if you just didn't take yourself so seriously, like, we can't take ourselves so seriously that we can't make mistakes or be the brunt of somebody's laughter. I mean, every now and then you're going to do stupid shit and people are going to laugh. It's just okay. Air Force vet, yeah. I'm still being talked about for weird stuff and and they can do that. I'm not going to do the back and forth with them. I'm not going to do that. So I tried to be, not say anything. That didn't work. I'm still getting talked about. So I said some things and then, for hours, I think, I haven't watched it all. I've watched some of it. I was being dragged for everything, like everything. Everything. I'm just like, why? Why? I mean, of all the people on YouTube you could go after, why me? Like, I'm just over here running this little channel, And I did hit 250,000 views, so that was in my studio. So I posted that yesterday or last night. 250,000 views. Wow, that's a lot. I haven't been keeping up with it. I look at my views daily, but I haven't been keeping up with that. And it came through in my studio. And so, I posted it because I was proud. I think I just posted my 450th video. I haven't looked at what we've got, where we are today, because I'm not sure when I saw that. Thank you, Wondering Sub. Yeah, and see, here's the thing, y'all. I said this a lot. You can't please everybody, and you're gonna have people saying stupid shit. Excuse me. and you have options. Gosh, excuse me. Do you go back and forth? Do you say something and then have them come back and say something? And it's just this constant back and forth, giving everybody content. Why do I want to give you content? If you're going to talk, like, here's the thing: if you're going to talk about me and laugh about, my channel's not, no, my channel's not very big. So talk about me and my little channel, and wow, where's that going to get you? What does that say about you? Right? You don't have any other content but to talk about people? Like, I do a lot of, go look at my channel. Go look at all the videos that I have made. Have y'all seen how many videos I have? I did make a lot about Natasha. I haven't been making them about Natasha in weeks, months actually. And so go look over the last few weeks what I've made videos about. A lot of different stuff. That's what gives me pleasure. I like making videos about different things. Sometimes they get a lot of views and sometimes they don't. Um, Everything is not about views and numbers and subscribers and members and money and all that stuff. It's not. It's just not about all that stuff. Yeah, I'm not going to be your content. Has who gone again? I mean, if you want to take a channel with 1,700 and let's see how many we have right now. See how many left during this live stream. Sometimes people leave when I go live. 1,700. Oh yeah, like I've lost 3 while I was live. This happens a lot. I'm down to 1,748 today, and so somebody wants to talk about 1,700. Oh no, Mel. I think she's been thanks WV Holler girl. Well, yeah, I know it's constant. It goes up and down and up and down, and I've been stuck around the same number for a week or so, and it'll go, on YouTube. Once you get to 1,000, then it goes by tens, and so I got. If you look at like what's that called? Social Blade. It'll show that I'm actually gaining and losing like a few, and it's right on the place where it shows like I could lose one. Like I just lost 3 people since I went live, and it'll go, oh, you lost 10 people. Well, no, really, I only lost 3, but the way it does it on YouTube. So now I'm sure it's dropped. That I only have, anyway. So I have 1,700 and some odd people over here, and people are making that the whole content of their channel. Like, that's kind of scary and sad. Why don't you find something better to talk about than me? If I'm so nasty and boring and all these things that they say, the more you come at me, the more I'm going to come at you. Just because I'm not coming at you right now or mad and going off on you and stuff doesn't mean that I'm not keeping track in my mind of what people are doing to me. You cause me grief, I'll figure out a way to get you back. Hey Carly says 452. Yeah, I guess the 450 was before maybe this one, and also a short I did yesterday about Anne Heche that not a lot of people saw. Oh, preaching to the choir. Well, I'm not upset about my channel growth. I'm really happy about my channel growth. It's just that okay, if you do drama, you will gain people, and then those people will turn on you, and then you'll be the enemy, so they'll unsubscribe. And also YouTube takes people off from inactive accounts, and so I mean, that's what I've been told. A lot of it's just attrition, these and sock accounts and stuff that aren't being used. My channel's been here just over a year since my channel was made, and so it could be. I don't know how YouTube does that, but the fluctuation is it could be troubling, but I don't let it. Lots of creators discuss him and show his content of why he was banned. Oh. Really? Yeah, it's not CLM, and it doesn't make me happy, and my life is about trying to be, upbeat and happy, and put me down all day for that and say that I'm not doing it right, like, I'm not doing that right. She wants to be positive and but she does this. Okay, I'm not perfect. So, I do wanna be upbeat and positive for everybody. Um, I know. Going live to preach how you aren't going live about people or how you're not talking about everybody or how you're this and that, and then people get, yeah, thank you, Nightmare. Yeah, my poop channel. I don't know. If all I had to do was come on here every day and talk bad about people, that's not something I want to do. Did I make videos about Natasha? Yeah, but they were fun and funny. And okay, so that's not fair either because just because something's fun and funny, it doesn't make it right. No, okay. I've never gone at people. I've never gone real life and done all this stuff. I've been accused of doxing people. I've never doxed anyone in my whole life. I don't plan on ever doing that. It's not something that I enjoy having done to me, and I just can't see me doing that. So if you're accusing me of doxing you, please stop. Please stop. Yeah, the drama is draining. It's draining and it's not enjoyable. A little jab here and there is fun. I do like to make funny videos or lighthearted videos that show an issue, and that's what I do a lot. I'm going to keep doing it, but as far as going live and uh, just sitting here talking about somebody for hours, me for hours, what is that? I mean, if these people don't like me and they think I'm, yeah, because I know they do. Why would people want to sit and listen to them talk about me? I'm boring. What, why are you going to sit here and talk about me? As a subscriber, I would be like, why are they talking about her? Don't they have anything else to talk about more like entertaining than Barb? This old lady over here, this old lady. Yeah, Chicken Little. But anyway, so I'm gonna keep being positive, Barb, and make videos about things that interest me. And like I've said before, I'm I feel like that if I'm interested in something, if because I'm just over here being me, down to earth. I got on lesbian flannel men's shirt I got at Kmart about 40 years ago. Oh, seriously. Yeah, 30 or 40 years ago. No, wait, 30 years ago. I don't know. I was in college. I was 40. So 20 years ago. Yeah. Um, I'm just a down to earth person who has a problem with being a people pleaser, and I learned a long time ago it's impossible. And so I deal with that, I'm not going to please everybody, especially on YouTube, but using me for content really makes you look smart because it makes you look like, well, she's so boring and and gross and but you're going to talk about me for days. Super snuggly. Yes, it is. It is. Super snuggly. And I got long johns on under it. It's not even that cold today. It's just rainy and it's rained all week and I can't exercise. So anyway, guys, just want y'all to know I'm good. I'm doing well. I'm healthy and happy, and I just passed another milestone, and now we can start celebrating Christmas. I'm not really going to celebrate my birthday on here all month. I was making a joke about that because Natasha does that, and I was just making a silly joke about it. I'm not going to do that. I'm just gonna. Well, I have one more celebration with a friend taking me to lunch, and if anything else comes along, and I want to celebrate, I don't know. Maybe I'll go out and have another mule tonight. Maybe I'll have some at home. Stay calm and flush on. Yeah, shut your lid when you flush. Don't ever flush without that lid being shut. If you go to a public restroom, I don't know what to tell you because you should always flush in a public restroom, but the germs. Take care of yourself though, guys. Have a sense of humor. Life has got it's so hard. It doesn't have to be so serious. We can all just kind of lighten up, have some fun. Um, yeah, everybody have a great day. It's Thursday and it's almost the weekend. For most of us have to enjoy the weekend. Keep your shit to yourself, right? Don't flush with the lid open and just be kind to yourself cuz you got to be good to yourself and I'm going to try not to eat half of a cake today because I do have a half of a cake in there and it is fabulous. So, I'm going to try to be healthy as I can. But thanks for being here and for the gifts and everything, the birthday gifts and my mods and everything else. I will see y'all soon. Bye.